I've been a paramedic for over 20 years, and I have been in the medical field for over 20 years. And I have a background where in 2015 I was diagnosed with Lyme disease and several of the really tough co-infections that go with it. I had done over a year of hardcore antibiotics and traditional treatment and several protocols for Lyme disease. During the midst of that, had thyroid cancer, which impeded my healing, and everything that I was going through in my body was just probably about as destroyed as it possibly could be. And I was just having a hard time trying to come back, and I was still symptomatic. I still had, allergic reactions, sensitivities to everything, and was seeking that final, hopefully, answer to this journey that I've been on. At the time when I got here to Stemaid, I think I was hopeless, was the main thing. Emotionally, I was in a really bad place because I had tried everything, done everything, and had lived a detox lifestyle for over 2 years, and treatment after treatment, protocol after protocol, and still was struggling with the symptoms of brain fog, fatigue, allergic reactions to several different things, sensitivity to chemicals and to mold, and just really having a hard time functioning and not able to exercise, not able to be healthy, and was real concerned that I would end up with more cancer. So I had this fear that I brought with me, and I was in a very hopeless state when I arrived here in March. At about 3 weeks after leaving Stemaid, my brain fog was completely gone. I had energy. I started to go to Pilates classes. I started to walk. I started to exercise again. I was able to paddleboard. My muscles were still very weak, and I still had a lot of fatigue. But slowly every day they started to come back, and I would say that day by day, from 3 weeks to 3 months, and about 3 months after leaving Stemaid, I was almost, I would say 80% of who I hadn't been in probably 3 to 5 years. It was truly wonderful. After 3 months, I started to notice that for the first time I woke up feeling rested. I was able to go to work, work an 8-hour, 9-hour day, and then be able to come home and not have fatigue, and be able to cook dinner, go grocery shopping, even work on other projects I had to work on, that my brain was actually working. I was able to read again, and do things I hadn't been able to do in a very long time. I also felt strength. Like my muscles were detoxing and working again, and I could just feel things. Gradually every day the sensitivities went away. I could walk into a room that was older, an older building. I used to be very fearful if I had to go into an older building, knowing that I would get constricted in my chest, become short of breath, and have asthma-like symptoms, and I didn't. So I could start going into places again. I could go to little things. I was afraid to go to a movie theater for about 2 years because of the mold and the moisture in there, and how that would make me feel. I would get anxiety and tachycardia and constriction, and of course it wasn't a panic attack, it was mold symptoms, but when you go to a traditional doctor they would tell you it was that. So I knew better. I knew that it was related to mold and to chemicals. I could travel again because I could be around people that were wearing perfume and cologne. I could go out and meet my friends for dinner. I could start being a human being again. I think that the most important thing I could say is that I went from existing to living in about 3 months, which was truly wonderful.